part 3 of the duel. So that's going to go to end phase. That's going to ensure I take no damage. But the other reason I needed it in the graveyard is because of the Divine Resurrection, which has a mandate that Ultimate Sacrifice had to be activated, which it just did. Lord of Lord, King of Kings is in the graveyard, which it did. And Every Knee Will Bow is in the graveyard, which it did. So now that all things are met, now I just go to his turn. And the moment he plays any kind of card, I can activate Divine Resurrection. Sure. So he's going to end phase. Let's see what he does. So what is he doing? Okay, that was Ash, I think. Yeah, Ash Blossom. I don't know why he's doing that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate. We're going to declare. And we're going to put 3 counters on the card. And basically, 3 turns from now, since all the requirements were met, Divine King of Kings is going to come back. And this will be at the end, because of the timing when I activate it, it's going to be at the end of his 3rd turn. So we have to count it down. So right now there's 3 on it. Okay. So at the end of his turn, again, it's going to go down to 2. Now, unless he has a win condition card that stops win condition, then he'll be able to stop this. Even though my cards are unaffected, the win conditions cannot take place if there's a card that says that stops win conditions, which I actually have. I actually have one in my extra deck, which is the one in my extra deck is this one, which says depart from me. If your opponent activates a card that allows them to win, banish this card face up. When this card is banished, your opponent cannot win the duel through win condition. Okay, so it's his. So one of the tokens come off. He's got 2 more turns. I'm going to go to my end phase and drop this. So there we go. And I think this is a match of 3, I believe. But I'll be honest, this deck is so hard to be. Wait, did I add that in there? No, I didn't. Oh, right, because it's not technically on the field. Yeah, so no need for, yeah. It's just there for counters to be able to, just to be able to know when the timer runs out, so to speak. And I did that on purpose because just as Jesus was risen after 3 days in the graveyard, I mean, in the depth, in the dirt, in the ground, that's the purpose that I wanted to do with this too. That after 3 days, after 3 turns of activating, 3 turns, 3 days, this card's activated. And what I mean by that is it's activated when I activate it, but then 3 turns later, I resurrect King of Kings. And King of Kings says when this card is special summoned using Divine Resurrection, I win the duel. So he would have to have, in order to avoid this win condition, wonder what? You can, but it's unaffected. Won't stop the win condition. So he's down to 1. Okay, so I'm going to go in phase. I'm going to drop my true strength. The card you would need right now is this one. Okay, so he would need this. So I'm going to show him my extra deck. That's the card he would need right now, is my extra deck card. Because the extra deck card stops win conditions from taking place. So he's viewing the card. He's reading it, probably. And he's got one more turn. So at his end phase right here, King of Kings going to be summoned. And by the way, this card directly says graveyard. And I did that for a reason. You're not supposed to be able to activate cards in your extra deck. Okay, so yeah, I need to delete the dot thing. In any case, it's at his end phase that the special summon takes place, because that's when I activated it, was at his end phase. Can be done from there. Yeah, I don't know much about inherit summons yet. Oh, okay, cool. Wow, he finally drew a monster after all that. Wow. Sadly, he can't activate an effect because of my fill card. Yeah, aside from that, I noticed that a lot of his cards are dark oriented, which is similar to ungodly oriented. So he's going to attack. That's obviously going to go to the graveyard, no problem, because he can't deal me any kind of damage. Okay. And now, as soon as his in phase happens, this card's going to go off. So this is the crowning achievement. This is the crowning achievement of the deck. As soon as he ends his turn, is this card right here, Divine Resurrection. That's the whole point. Okay. And now this goes off. And King of Kings gets special summoned from the graveyard. And then King of Kings declares. So that's round 1, which went to me. He's going to go to round 2. I think he's right about that whole activated. So the double dots means it's activated. It's a trigger effect. It's activated. Ooh, such a good one. Oh, I really hope he attacks me. I'm going to actually let him attack me, just so I can drop this. I'm going to actually let him attack me, just so I can drop Ultimate Sacrifice into the graveyard. Because that's something I need. Because right now, I kind of have a bricked hand. So unless I can stop his damage on me, then I'm kind of in big trouble. Kind of a bricked hand. Kind of a bricked hand. Wow! Full back row? Oh my gosh!